Today on CityCast DC, Virginia Ali, the woman behind one of the most historic DC spots, Ben's Chili Bowl, recently turned 90. So in honor of the many late-night half-smokes Ben has served, we're revisiting the conversation that Michael and I had with her back in August about the 65 years of history that have shaped the iconic DC restaurant. Today's Wednesday, December 27th. I'm Bridget Todd, and here's what DC is talking about. Miss Virginia Ali, a DC icon, owner and founder of Ben's Chili Bowl. Thank you so much for being here. It is such an honor.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you today.
So Ben's Chili Bowl turns 65. Yeah. We know that you were in your early 20s when you first started Ben's. Yeah. What was your vision for Ben's back then?
Well, I met my husband, who came from Trinidad. He came to this country to matriculate at our universities, and he started at the University of Nebraska and then came to Howard to go to dental school. Now, he worked his way through college by working in restaurants. So when we met, I was working at the bank down the street, a minority-owned, family-owned bank up until now, still down there. I worked there. And we saw each other there, but of course that was 56, late 56, early 57, and we were formally introduced. There's a cute little story about how that all happened, depending on how much time you have.
I would love to hear it.
We love a good meet cute.
Well, so he came to the bank and working in the community at the time, and I served him. And then he came back the next day, and I served him. And the third day, I noticed the other girls were not busy, but he's standing there waiting, so I served him again. This time he had the nerve to write a little note. Please call me, and some phone number, Ben Ali. That was 1957. I thought he was cute, but we don't call men back there. So I didn't call. But the bank closed at 3 every day, and at 2:45, he called the bank, asked for me by name, because my name is in the window. And I'm called to the phone. I go out to the phone, and I said, hello. He said, hi. This is Ben Ali. Why didn't you call me? Excuse me? I don't know you, sir. I don't call men I don't know. He said, well, what would you like to know? And he went on to give me his life story about where he came from, and we made a date, and the rest is history.
So he was in dental school, and then he
didn't finish dental school.
And you all started the restaurant.
He walked on an elevator one day. The floor wasn't there. He injured his back severely. He did not finish dental school. But he had worked his way through college, working in restaurants. So he knew the restaurant business. And when he proposed and asked me if I'd be willing to partner with him in a restaurant, yes. I also learned working at the bank that I really, really, really enjoy people and working with different people every day, all day. So the restaurant business would be perfect for that. And then we decided, okay, we're going to open a little restaurant. You got the ideas, you know what kind of restaurant we're going to open? Well, yeah, I've got a very special chili recipe that I think you're going to love. Okay, we tried that out. Yeah, that's really good.
Well, I'm curious. You said that, you realized that you loved working with people. While we've been sitting here, all your employees call you Ma. You have this connection with them, it seems. What has that been like, fostering this connection with so many different people over the years?
Well, we knew we wanted this to be a family place, a family invited kind of place where people felt welcome to be here. We knew we wanted to be a part of a community. And that, that's just fun, meeting people. So you get to meet all the people in the neighborhood, and you begin to bring on staff members and team members, and I'm accustomed to them being here for years. I have one that was with me 45 years.
Wow.
When you like people and you treat people the way you'd like to be treated, you just have a good time. You tell your story, you want to hear their story, and it's just been a wonderful experience for me, and the Chili Bowl has given me the privilege of serving people from all walks of life. All walks of life. We've served presidents and judges and professionals and sports people and media, you name it, we've served them. Construction workers and street sweepers, but They're all just people.
So we're sitting in the restaurant right now, and I understand all the tables and the chairs, and this is all original. You guys didn't go through some trendy, 70s, 80s renovation?
When we finally found the place we thought would be ideal to open a restaurant, this was still a segregated city when I came in 52, and that was beginning to change. But we knew that this Black Broadway out here, which we call Black Broadway, Pearl Bailey gave it that name, but because it was the entertainment center for African American people. We couldn't go downtown to the movies or to dinner, but we didn't need to because we had a fabulous community here. Howard University sits in our midst, been there for 135 or 40 years. Highly educated black people in the neighborhood, proud, classy, self-supported black community. It was another good experience. When I reflect on that, during the time I just lived it. But it was classy. I mean, you're here and then you've got your 3 theaters in 3 blocks. So when the first-rate movie was released in Hollywood and it came to the theater downtown that we couldn't go to, it came to one of ours the same day.
Kids deserve to be kids, even in the hospital. That's why Children's National Hospital needs your help to bring joy and holiday magic to their young patients. When you donate to Children's National, you make compassionate, kid-friendly care possible. As a nonprofit hospital, donations make a big difference to provide services insurance doesn't cover, like art, music, and pet therapy. Thanks to Ace Hardware and an anonymous donor, gifts this week are matched dollar for dollar, up to $70,000. The match expires on December 31st at midnight. Don't miss this chance to double your impact for kids. Make your tax-deductible gift now to make the new year brighter for kids in our community. Show you care. Give today at childrensnational.org/give. That's childrensnational.org/give. Wishing you happy holidays and a healthy new year.
What has it been like to have been here for so long, to have seen U Street go from Black Broadway to what it is today, which is so different? What has that been like?
It's been challenging, very challenging. It started with, we went through the civil rights movement, where I had the pleasure of sitting with Martin Luther King out there a few times as he came and enjoyed his chili cheeseburger and would talk about his dream that he wanted this country to become. I had the privilege of being here when President Obama was there. But after the civil rights movement, and he brought that crowd of people to protest the injustices of black people in 1963. And then Ben and I were there, of course, and that wonderful speech, I Have a Dream speech, and this wonderful day where he brought 250,000 people here without one single incident. So we were so motivated and so inspired and so thrilled to walk away from that knowing that change is going to come.
For the years after that, Ben's went through it was a difficult neighborhood to make a profit in.
Businesses closed, there were boarded up buildings and torn down buildings, and it was just a mess. And we waited and waited. We expect the city's going to do something. Somebody's got to do something. Now we are integrated, of course. Middle class began to move away. The whites took a flight straight out of town. And we did become a ghetto. Heroin moved in first, and then crack cocaine moved in, and we became a real serious ghetto. And the Washington Post described 14th and U, murder capital of the world. The drugs were everywhere. It was really, really sad.
How did you weather those periods?
You know, you just have faith in yourself and your business, and we were here. We were very supportive of our community. You know, this was a place where they knew they could come and be safe. We never closed except Thanksgiving Day and Christmas. It didn't matter if it rained, if the snow was deep, whatever. We were somehow found a way to be here. Always had 2 or 3 employees that were willing to come along with us. So we were stable in the community, and if someone came for a little help, somebody comes in and said, I don't have enough money to get my grandmother's high blood pressure prescription filled, or whatever they needed. We helped them. we help with many ways, but it's what you do.
So it's really a story of community.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. I miss that so much. Not because we don't still have a community, but because the community is young, and I'm home.
So then the city says, all right, we're going to fix everything by building a metro. Right. Don't worry about it. It won't be a problem.
Let's just say this. The riots took place, I call it an uprising, took place in 1968. We started the construction for the subway in 1988. That's 20 years. That's a long time. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, I've got faith in the city. This is the nation's capital. We were running the world. It's got to come back. I just didn't think it would take 20 years. Yeah. But it did. And then when they finally did the survey to do the subway construction, they found only 3 businesses in the immediate vicinity had survived. Ben's Chili Bowl, Industrial Bank, and Lee's Flower Shop.
Wow.
Both of them now being operated by young people that weren't even around over 10 years old during the riots. So I'm the old one around.
And you've worked at 2 of the 3 places.
Once they opened that subway, I had a banner put up there, a man to come with a crane and put a big old banner across that. We survived Metro.
Okay, if we can pause.
Where are you going?
No. This guy, he came, this is how guests take it because she's a celebrity. He's about to lose his mind. Remember Billy?
From Texas?
No, not that Billy, from Miami. He lost his mother, his grandmother. His mother's here, and they're leaving back from Miami. And he's like losing
Have him
his
come
mind.
back. I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Please.
Obviously, Miss Virginia Ali means a lot to you and to your mom.
By the way, they have the same name.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, what?
Virginia.
Oh, Dr. Virginia. Okay, wow.
So I have that picture up in my house.
Oh, that's beautiful. What makes Ben's and Miss Virginia such an icon to you? Like,
Well, I'm from Washington. Okay, I moved to Miami. This is great. So I own a hedge fund. And so I moved from Washington, D.C. to Miami to start a hedge fund. But my heart is in Washington.
179?
Any sports teams, anything, I'm a true Washingtonian. And nothing's more Washington, D.C. than Ben's, really. I brought my mother here. She's out there for the very first time. And I always insist, when I get off the airplane, the first place I go is Ben's Chili Bowl. In fact, I kind of do it at the airport, and then I do it here also. So, but I mean, really, there's nothing else. I'm so happy that the tradition has been here. I can't think of anything else that says DC than Ben's in the community that we have here.
what is it like to hear this impact
I
you
love
have
it.
on people?
I love it. I often wonder what's it, but I look around sometimes and say, it's just a little hot dog place.
But also what makes it special is Virginia herself. I mean, she's magical, she's beautiful. And I just can never believe the amount of time that she takes to come say hello to me.
I love people. I'm so glad to see you, darling.
Yes.
So glad to see you, and thank you for bringing your mom.
Of course.
Who, of all the people that you've had here that you've served, who sticks out to you in your mind?
Oh my goodness, I've enjoyed all of them. And of course it was a pleasure to be here with Dr. Martin Luther King. It was indeed a pleasure to be here to witness the inauguration of an African-American president, something that at my age wasn't even possible in my opinion. That wasn't even possible at that point. That would happen after I'm gone. So we had that pleasure. But I love people. I've enjoyed them all. And I'd like to welcome them back, everybody coming back. We've been so blessed with people enjoying my little place. But we want them to walk into a place where there's a smile and a greeting and happy to see you. Because I really am happy to see you. If I have helped somebody along the way, then I have not lived my life in vain. That was my daddy's favorite thing.
Well, it's clear that you have done that. You have helped so many people. This place has become an institution. You are a beloved icon of this community. We're so blessed to have you here.
Well, I'm blessed. I'm blessed myself. I really am blessed.
That's all for today here on CityCast DC. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend who also loves Ben's Chili Bowl? Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow with even more news from around the city. Talk to you then. Is this you and Taye Diggs looking like a couple?
Yeah.
Like, y'all are hugged up.
No, that's Tommy Davidson.
Oh, Tommy Davidson. Y'all look like a couple.